today, the purpose, you know, everybody, you have to wake up with a purpose, true or not true? Right. And so your job is to not be a, what's the word I'm looking at? Just, you know, there's different types of people. There's people that, they say there's three types of people who make things happen, people that, you know, watch things happen, people that don't know what the hell happened. Right. You know, chances are if you're alive, and don't, you know, the goal today is not to get offended. Right. The goal today is to what? Adjust. Okay. Right. But if you don't make serious changes in your life, you're one of these people that don't even know what the hell happened. You know, like you can't tell me someone that's getting up and going to work all freaking day for somebody else, coming home late at night, then going and doing it again the next day, and year after year they're still broke. Their family live regular. You know, they don't have no fun. I went to see the doctor the other day. I got asthma. Anyone got asthma? It went away for years, and you know, about 4 months ago it came back, and you know, it's just really aggressive. So I've been going to, you know, trying to find out, you know, ways and strategies. You know, they keep on telling me it's because I'm too fat. If you lose weight, it'll go down. Okay, so I'm just going based on that. Okay, you know, but I go to this lung doctor because, you know, we had a little lung injury a few years ago, and so I'm trying to, you know, I go to the lung doctor, and I'm sitting there in the doctor's office waiting to see the doctor to just get tests and all that stuff done. And while I'm sitting there, there's a lot of old people there. Okay, right. And when I say old, I mean, you know, mature, which is over 70, you know, and stuff like that, 65, right. 70, 75, you know, and all of them that was there, because it's the doctor's office, okay, was what? Sick. Right. And I'm sitting there, and you could learn a lot from life just by paying attention, okay? And I'm sitting there going, I says, sooner or later, we will all get old. Mm-hmm. Right or wrong? Right. As young as you are, you know, 19-year-old, you know, 20-year-old, think you got your whole life, you know, sooner or later, we will all get old. Right or wrong? Like, I remember, you know, I started in this business when I was 20 going on 21. I'm going to be 42. I think I am 42. You know, you get the gist. You know, I got more salt than pepper now. Before it was like 3 gray hairs. I'd be like, I used to pluck them out. Can't pluck no more. Pluck would be nothing, right? And I'm sitting there going, oh my God. And I'm just like, they're old. And they're sick. And I'm going, at some point in our life, we'll get older. And hopefully we don't get sick. But there's a high chance we what? We will. All right, especially if you're Caribbean and you eat the way you eat. Those foods lead to what? Diabetes, right. Sugar, shit like that. You know, it's impossible not to get, okay? Right. As much as you'd like, you know, well, you know, you can live with all that stuff. But the fact of the matter is we will get old. And I'm sitting there going, I wonder if they enjoyed their life. I wonder if they did cool shit. I wonder if they, you know, they traveled. I wonder if they spent a lot of time with their family, right. Or did they work their ass off all their life for someone else and build someone else's dream? I wonder. And I'm just sitting there going, man, screw this shit. I got to enjoy my life. Right. Anyone with me, right?
Yeah. Right.
You know, so at some point you're gonna have these, you know, like today's, you know, you have to have a purpose for waking up. Okay. My purpose for, you know, waking up, or my purpose today for coming here, I should say, Matthew, is I need a pay raise. Anyone with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, and in order for me to get a pay raise, the way how Primerica works, you have to get a pay raise.
Yeah.
Can we stop beating around the bush?
Yes,
anyone want to know the real deal?
Right.
Woo! We're here to make money.
Right.
And if you're allergic to that, see you later.
Right.
If you have a problem with making more money, this ain't for you. Does it make sense?
Right.
This is about making more money. We're not here playing around. Okay, some of you guys, you're in Primerica, and this is a, you know, like a stroll in the park for you.
Right.
Like this is like a you know, I saw somebody, you know, walking a train the other day, and they're walking like this. They're late as shit, and they're walking like this. And I go, you are going to be broke for a very long time.
Right.
Okay? There's some people that didn't wake up this morning.
Right.
How you don't wake up? I don't know.
Right.
I wake up and I go, oh, shit. slept too much.
Yep.
I never wake up and go, oh man, I want to sleep more. I want to become financially independent. Matter of fact, I want to become wealthy. I had a meeting with the RVPs this morning, or half an hour ago, I should say, and we was talking about, becoming wealthy. So I'm here for a pay raise. Who else is here for a pay raise? Well, just show up and hear me speak. I'm not that good of a speaker. I'm just a real speaker that tells things directly, okay? So if you're interested in going to the next level, what you want to do is you want to start making adjustments, okay? So we're gonna, just a second on myself. I've been in Primerica, like I said, 20-something years, 21, 22 years, if you want to call it. And I started out this business as a kid. No business experience, no money, never hanged out with anyone that had money, didn't know anything about dressing nice, so, wearing suits or anything like that. I just joined Primerica because the concepts sound really good.
Right.
I didn't join Primerica to think I was going to make a lot of money. Some people join and know they're going to make a lot of money. I joined Primerica going, I just need something to do. I can't be hanging out in the corner, too much. I need something else to do. Anyone with me, right?
Right.
Really, that's why I joined Primerica. I needed something a little more positive, okay? That you didn't get hurt when you hanged out there. Does it make sense? Okay. And the idea, the concept of saving money and accumulating money and learning about investing and all that cool stuff really interests me. Does it make sense? I wasn't stupid, okay? I knew I needed to learn. Stupid people think that they know it all.
Right.
I was smart enough to know I didn't know. Does it make sense? I was smart enough to know that I didn't make the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I could listen to people and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And and Primerica taught me everything I know. Ambition. Who's ever heard of ambition? If you're normal, you have no ambition. If you're normal, you have no ambition. If you're normal, you only go after it when shit hits the fan.
Right.
If you're normal, this is how it works, okay? People go to school, they get an education, okay? And they get what? A job.
Right.
When do people look for a job? When they need one. When they have a job, they never look to move up. 99% of people stay at a job, no matter how terrible it is, instead of trying to what? Move up. Ambition is something you have to be taught. Ambition is something, unless you're around an environment that's an ambitious environment, you will settle. That's why I don't hang out with anyone that's broke. I don't. Unless you want to, and when I say broke, that they don't want to become financially independent or wealthy.
Right.
If they don't want to do nice things with their time and they don't want to move to the next level, we will not be friends. There's not enough time in the day. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Right?
Yep.
You ever hang around someone and the minute you hang around them, you just start feeling like drained? Anyone have something like that? You just annoyed when you're around them? Those are the people I'm talking about. Stay away from them. I made a decision to change my environment, to change the people I hang around. I was just telling the RVPs earlier, I said, you need to get, nice places. You need to move into, a penthouse too. Shit, why not? Okay? Jeanette was like, yeah, let's do it. Jeanette was like, oh shit, okay, I gotta go to work. Dream. Right? But the fact of the matter is we have an opportunity to do that here in Primerica. One, you have to grow. You gotta make a decision that you're going to grow. Not someone's going to force you to grow. You have to make a decision that you're going to get better. I'm not good enough to make a lot of money right now. It's one of the things you got to be able to say to yourself.
Right.
You have to get better. You're fooling yourself if you think that, you could be the old person and make big money.
Right.
You have to start making adjustments. You have to start learning. You have to learn ambition. You have to learn, sense of urgency. Sense of urgency is when you wake up and you're just fired up. You're ready to get stuff done.
Get it?
Yeah.
You're like, it's coming out of your pores that you need to do something special for your family. You're not feeling regular. You're just not. Anyone know the feeling, right? I've had days like that, right? The concept of, so I joined Primerica and I had to learn ambition. I had to learn there's such thing as self-improvement. I thought wealthy people just was lucky. People who made a lot of money was just lucky. They're not lucky. They know how to. Does it make sense? So you have an opportunity like Primerica and Dawn. I use Dawn as an example, okay? You have an opportunity like Primerica where there's more people that make $100,000 a year than any other company. So that's not the problem. The problem is not that you don't have an opportunity, right or wrong. You have a freaking opportunity. Matter of fact, I travel a lot. I just got back from Dominica. I know there's got to be at least one person.
Let's go, Jennifer.
Let's go, Jenny.
They're not the fastest moving people. It's the first island I've been to where they can give a shit about tourists. I had 5 drivers, and I was stranded every single day. Oh, that's far. That costs a lot of money. That's 30 minutes away. I'm like, I want to go on that side so I can have dinner watching the sun. Oh no, man, that's real far, man. I couldn't find nobody. It's the most tranquil, most gorgeous. The oxygen is so freaking clean over there.
Mm-hmm.
It is. The pollution can't even catch up to the how clean the air is. Because it's got all this rainforest and all that. The most gorgeous place. I stayed on a cliff in I already forgot where I went. Calabishi. Calabishi, right? Calabishi Cove. I said on a cliff overlooking the ocean. It had a little island called Treasure Island, which I did kayak out to, and the waves was ridiculously high. It threw me off the boat. Kayak, and I had to grab the kayak and swim out to it was all brutal, scratched up and all kind of crap, trying to get up the cliff, anyway, so every day I had to walk half an hour to the town to get food. I couldn't find anybody to drive me. Is that crazy? Like literally, I had to walk, and people just driving by, They wake up and go, I don't want to work today, I just want to chill. I would too if I lived in that country, okay? And I walk half an hour there, and about 45 minutes back, because back was all uphill. When I say uphill, it's not like a little hill that we see here in New York. It's uphill where it's just like constantly going up and up and up. So, and then at nighttime, there was only one bar and restaurant open, which is the same place, bar and restaurant. And there was no driver to drive me, obviously, so I had to walk 20 minutes there in the dark, 20 minutes back. It was brutal. But it's gorgeous, beautiful air and all that cool stuff, But you have to, the concept is you have to believe or realize that you have to get better, okay? You look at the opportunity we have right now, it's something that you need to make sure that you take advantage of. There's a lot of people in other countries that they don't have these opportunities. Right. What I was getting, okay? Like they want to be ambitious, but damn it, if they're ambitious, they ain't shit to, do.
Right.
Does it make sense? Okay? Here, if you're ambitious, you got something to do. Right. So you got to wake up with a mission and a purpose that you could go to the next level. That's the beauty of Primerica. You wake up with a mission and a purpose that you can become financially independent. Right. You're talking about stinking financial independence, okay? Where you just have so much money and so much freedom. I was talking to a young lady that we donated a lot of money to her organization, and she helps kids in Haiti and stuff like that. Learn how to read and write, okay? Education is a huge challenge in some third world countries, okay? Right. And it becomes an opportunity for terrible people, basically. So terrible people that are just money hungry, they go after people without education, right, and they use you. Does it make sense? Okay, and they use a lot of kids, and they use people for factory work and all that stuff, Cordell, because they don't have the knowledge or the education to combat what they're doing. Does it make sense? They'll work for minimum wage, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? Right. And they're not getting ahead, and her dad passed away, okay? And so we're talking about her organization, and she's funding and all that stuff, and so you always have these different challenges, but the goal is you have to be able to make enough so you can make an impact. Is the point I'm getting. Right. Okay? You have to make enough, and I learned that in Primerica. I learned that if you have a mission that you wake up for and you realize that one, you need to get after and you need to become financially independent. A lot of people are running from becoming financially independent and wealthy because they don't realize how much impact they can make, Patrice. So you don't realize if you go win, how many lives you could change. If you go win, how successful and how, like we have a penthouse party on 17th. Who's coming? Just want to make sure, okay? All right. It's going to be the sickest, biggest party ever, okay? All right. We got security, all that cool stuff, okay? Math and security. We have the ability, to we're going to have a ton of fun, okay?
Right.
So I wanted to run through some fundamentals with you guys, just to think about. And I'm going to be a little bit direct. Who's okay with me being a little direct? Okay. Give me 1 second here. Just get the right notes. Let's get back to sense of urgency. I want to talk a little about sense of urgency for a little minute. Okay. I have to become a person that wakes up and get after. It's something you need to say for yourself. Say to yourself, okay? I need to stop making excuses, all right? Because that's what, if you're either making money or you're what? Making excuses, okay? I need to stop, I used to have this saying, when I was married, that I used to constantly watch my wife reactions, okay? Anyone married? All right, like you're married, okay? There's a difference between your wife smiling and your wife not smiling. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a difference between your kids happy and your kids not happy. Everybody got kids, there's a difference between your mom being happy and your mom not being happy. And I realized that sense of urgency was going to allow me to make them happy. I mean, I realized that I needed to be the man or the woman, okay? And I had to have that sense of urgency, Kai, so they could get that freedom. So in order for, I hated it when she wanted to go shopping, okay? And, and this might not hit home to some of you guys, but, so we would go to the store and she would see a nice dress that she really likes. She would see something, she'd go, oh my God, that's so beautiful, right? Like, who's got good taste? Like when you see a dress and you go to the dress and you look at the tag and you go, oh my God, I got good taste. Who runs into that problem? Okay? And you go, shit. $1,100. Shit. It's just a dress. And so she would always see things that she liked, and financially we wasn't there, Sheldon. And she would end up getting 2 or 3 other dresses that was okay because she couldn't get the one that she liked. And that used to eat me up so much inside. It used to bother me, right, to the point where I got better. It used to bother me to the point where my work ethic was different. I wasn't one of these people that sat around and go, so what do I do? Where do I go? I got creative. I started thinking, well, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, maybe if I go here, maybe if I go there. And you start what? Being creative. Use what God gave you, right? Your creativity. Right. And start figuring out a solution to the problem. Because everybody's got the same problem, by the way, okay? It's just who figures it out. You're not going to become wealthy or you're not going to become financially independent if you sit around waiting for somebody to solve your problem. They got their own problem. You got to get up and go figure out your own solution, right? And it's cool that you have leaders here that can teach you what to do, okay? But you have to develop that sense of urgency long before there's an emergency. So that's the challenge, okay? If you're a normal man, you usually don't go to work and you usually don't go pay the price until shit hits the fan, until it's too late. Like, meaning rent is due, that's when you realize you don't have money. Everybody know what I'm talking about, right? Right. That was this morning, okay? And you have to develop that and have that sense of urgency long before that happens. You're supposed to want to do better before you need to do better. Does it make sense?
Right.
You're supposed to want to go after it before you need. Like if next year comes and you have someone that passed away, or you have something that happened in your life that you can't work for 6 months, or you can't work for a year because you got to take care of something, are you able to live? And for most people, that's a no. So we have to develop a sense of urgency to get stuff done quicker. You got to wake up early. I'll give you a good schedule. Wake up early. All right? You need to say to yourself this all the time, okay? In life, you're either going to be the horse or you're going to be the boss. Years ago, I figured out if I start acting like a boss, meaning I make decisions and I plan and I strategize, then I have control over the situation. If I just wait on someone or wait on a situation to happen, then I don't have plan. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Like who's an employee? Who has a job? Okay, you go to work. Every day you go to work. If there's no work to do, what do? You don't do no work, right or wrong. But they usually have things set up for you to go do. Does it make sense? That's what the boss job is. It's to strategize and make sure that you have work to do so the company brings in what? Profit.
Right.
You have to be that person. You just can't be the boss all your life. You can't be the worker all your life. Eventually, someday, you have to be bringing in the big bucks.
Yep.
And making profit, not just income, but what? Profit. Okay. And that's the difference between. So you got a good schedule is you got to wake up early. Why you got to wake up early? Broke people sleep late.
Right.
Okay? I mean, as crazy as it sounds, okay? You read every success book, they'll tell you what is top 10 successful people do. They wake up and they get better first thing in the morning. Okay? So they wake up and they get better. So if I was Cordell, I'll use Cordell as an example. Okay? All right? And I got Cordell and Joey on a game plan right now where they call me at 6 a.m. every morning. They missed this morning, but tomorrow morning is another morning, right? All right? Listen, I'm here to become wealthy. In order for me to make millions of dollars, I need to get these guys to $500,000. You don't have to wake up early if you don't want to, but they do. Because maybe you don't want to make $500,000. I know they have the potential of making $500,000, so there's no way I'm taking my foot off that gas. Does it make sense?
Right.
There's no way I'm letting them slide. They got to go make $500,000. Their potential is they're supposed to be making at least $1 million, Candace, right? At least $1 million. So I want to make sure that they're up early, and I want to make sure they're thinking about their business 100%. So I wake up early. I still do this every single morning. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to have no chit chat. I don't want to talk about nothing negative. I wake up and I get in my zone.
Right.
I get my cup of coffee, play with my dog a little bit, right? And we got a dog, right? And I start thinking like a boss. I start strategizing on how to, get better,
Right.
and how to make my business better. Does it make sense? I'm not thinking about something negative. Even before I even self-improve, I start thinking about what am I doing for the day? What am I strategizing? What's my focus? Who I need to highlight? Who I need to spend time with? Who needs to be told something? Who needs to be what needs to be adjusted? Okay. I mean, you look at I ain't needy, Kai. I'm greedy. I ain't needy. I was looking at so far. Today's what day? 13. Add this up. I'm at about 35 and change so far on the computer. So 35,000. You get that one? 35,000, and then outside of Primerica, another 21,000. Add that up and then divide it into 13. I'm not hungry. All right, I got a lot of mouths to feed. So about 4,000 a day. It's going to be a little bit less because I don't make that much money outside of Primerica the second half of the month. But so it'll probably end up around $3,000 a day, $100,000 for the month. Okay, I'm not saying that to impress you. Well, hopefully it impresses you a little bit. What I'm telling you is, that I started in Primerica 20 years old and I didn't know any damn business. I didn't know nothing about business. No one told me none of that crap. But I just kept on getting better.
That's right.
I used Primerica as an environment that there's so many successful people to start getting me better. And you can't get me into a broke conversation.
Right.
You can't get me into a broke environment. In order for me to make that, so the concept is if I wake up, Sheldon, and I'm like that every single morning, and I'm extra focused, I might take off the whole day, okay? Because I have a business that I override, okay? But that 2 hours in the morning, that never changes. And I take 2 hours because I have a lot of other stuff going on. I have staff. When you have staff, you got to manage them, and you got to make sure that they, because if you don't manage them, then they just fool around all day, which they get away a lot of days, because some days I just don't feel like planning their schedule or staying on top of them, so they just fool around, okay? I mean, who has an employee? Anyone have an employee? Eventually, you know, it's the most awesome feeling that you're paying somebody and they're not doing any work. I know some of you guys have jobs and you do that to your boss, okay? But one day you will be a boss, hopefully, that you know that you're paying Mercedes to do something, and Mercedes is on a computer all effing day. It's the most incredible feeling, okay? So I need to grow, I need to become a better person, okay? I mean, all the charities that need to be funded.
Right.
I got an event I'm doing at the 31st of this month for a church on financial health. So you need to get healthy, and you need to get financially healthy.
Right.
That's the seminar. You need to get healthy. Caribbean people, anyone Caribbean? You need to eat better. You need to get healthy. You juice more, crap like that, right? You know, I'm speaking to the choir, right? I'm preaching to the choir. But you also need to become what? Financially healthy. You need to be financially healthy. If I go right now, let me see what you have saved up. Yeah, let me see. Let's go online and look at your Chase account and see what you have saved up in there.
Right.
Let's go online. Let's look at your mutual fund account. Let's see what you got saved up. Let's go online. Let's look at your Roth IRA. Let's see what you got saved up. If you're feeling uncomfortable, that is normal. If it stays that way, that's the problem.
Right.
Does it make sense? 20 years ago, very uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you're supposed to move. Right or wrong? When you're comfortable, you're not supposed to sit on your tail and just, like you look at what's happening in this office right now, there's an explosion happening.
Right.
There's tons of people that's doing extremely well. But some of you guys are sitting, this is a war.
Mm-hmm.
Life is a war. Life is not a walk or stroll in the park. Life just throws shit at you all day long. I mean, anyone have like a perfect life? Crap goes wrong all the time, right? It's always something that's popping up.
Right.
This is a war. And unless you're fighting and going after it, you're getting run over. If you're a leader that's sitting in this office, and I know there's a bunch of new people, you're just getting started and you're getting in the system, but you're an adult too, so you still have the same problems too, right or wrong?
Right.
But I know there's a lot of leaders that sit in this room that you're sitting on the sideline. There's a all-out war going on where we're fighting to become financially independent. We're fighting to have the most massive, most monstrous office, in friggin' North America. We're going after number ones. We're competing. We're trying to become financially independent, and you're dead still. Or you're playing way under your potential. Way under your potential.
Right.
Way under your potential. You're talking about 50 grand. How long does it take you to make 50 grand at your job? What if you do that the first 13 days of the month? People go, why are you so intense? Why, Trust me, we're gonna have fun on the 17th.
Right.
There's a time for fun, and there's a time to what? Play. Okay? Well, trust me, I have my share of it. Okay? Last month I traveled 3 weeks out of the month. I was going 3 weeks out of the month.
Right.
I traveled because I wanted to go somewhere, and I handled some business while I was out of town. And I came back. I was a little stressed. I went on vacation. I hanged out with Fritz's dad. I went and hanged out with Fritz's dad. But I like traveling by myself. I like, and so I spent the whole time with Fritz's dad, and we was in fish fries and all kind of crap in Cayman Islands. I mean, we was all over the place in Cayman Islands. Like, he had me in all the back streets of this street, and and I got back and I go, I'm still freaking tired. That vacation wasn't really vacationing because I was all over the place with Fritz's dad. I was like, I'm going on another one. And then I went to Dominique, and it was totally the opposite, like 2 ends of the spectrum, okay? And Dominique was like, is anybody living here? I'm talking to the birds. So I'm all for fun to get, but I think right where we're at right now, we need to get a little more intense.
Right.
I think where we're at right now, we need to get not a little uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable.
Right.
10 grand. Let's start with 10 grand. Don't slow down until you save 10 grand. It's your first goal. Don't slow down until you got 10 grand that you don't need to touch. That literally, that no matter which bill comes up, you have that 10 grand sitting there. Who has a safety deposit box? Okay, open up a safety deposit box. It'll cost money to open up. I don't care. Put like a roll of coins in there. All wealthy people have a safety deposit box. So you got to start acting wealthy before you become wealthy, right or wrong? Go open up I need a safety deposit box. You ever seen it in the movies? They put you in a room with your safety deposit box. Take $5, put it up in there. Ain't nobody know, right? Nobody gonna know. But this is what wealthy people have. And start making a game plan to start putting 10 grand in there. Put 20 grand in there. 30 grand in there. 50 grand in there. Get 100 grand in there, cash. Yeah. Yeah. This opportunity allows you to be very, you can stretch here. You can do all kind of crazy stuff here. Why not? You're gonna live once, right?
Right.
You ever hold 100 grand in your hand and just go. Why not? You only live once. At least see what it feels. It's disgusting, actually. When you think about money, money's disgusting. All right. But we have to stretch a little more.
Right.
So you got to develop. So you wake up early, Cordell, and you take that first 2 hours. You don't need 2 hours if you don't have the staff. Oh, let me make that clear here. Maybe half an hour. You can do it in 15 minutes, and you start making it very clear who you are. You're not the horse. You're what?
The horse.
You might go bust your ass that day and work your tail off, okay? But you're strategizing while you're doing it. Does it make sense?
Right.
This is happening. This is happening. You look at the, our business works on, week to week, okay? You know how much money you're gonna make this week. You know how much money you're gonna make today. You know what you're gonna go after today. You know who's gonna push today. You make a list of who's playing, who's not playing. And I might call up your card, like I looked up the card's numbers, and he's absolutely not playing. Like he's one of the guys at the top of the list, okay? Kai at the top of the list. Dawn at the top of the list. That's not playing.
Right.
Their numbers is flat, Jackie, at the top of the list. Flat. Top of the list. I got a list of you guys.
Right.
I went over because it's my business too, right or wrong?
Right.
All right, you might think it's all about you, Patrice, okay? Yes, it's all about you when you want to make 102, but just so you know, I make money when you make money.
Right.
We went over that, right? Okay? I mean, you could be in a system where your boss makes all the money and you don't make any money.
Right.
Whether your income go up or go down, his income still's going up.
Right.
That's the system that we're in, right? We're in a system where we only get overridden. See, you got to be in a system where you get to override too, not just get overridden.
Right.
Corporate America, all they do is override you. You don't make any more. The companies keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I remember I met this guy. Oh, and things like this affect you in your life, okay? He was 17 years working for a construction company. It started with him, the owner, and the owner's son. 3 of them. Doing a little job here, doing a little job there, doing a little job here. 17 years later, massive construction company, and they let him go. 17 effing years later, excuse my language, and they let him go. I don't let things, life lessons, if you learn from it, going to determine if you're stupid or not. You have to learn from that stuff. There's no way I'm putting 17 years into a company and then they just want to, and then, does it make sense?
Right.
So Patrice, I am concerned that you're playing on the par. I am concerned that your potential is here, but you got, I'm just using a scenario. You got some boyfriend you're worried about, or some, little financial challenge you got, or you got a little student loan. Just, every wealthy person had debt when they started.
Right.
So if you let debt stress you to the point where you don't go to work, you'll never become wealthy.
Right.
The situation that you're in right now, a zillion people had that same situation.
Right.
As heartbroken as you are right now, maybe financially you're not where you need to be, or maybe you're not living in the conditions you want to live in. You're not that unique. Zillions of people have been in that position.
Talk about it.
And it's how you react now.
True. Right. So.
Well, I owe taxes. Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
Who gives a crap? Everybody owes taxes. Well, my numbers is down. Okay. Who do you think built the business that the numbers wasn't down? Well, my recruiting sucks. Well, fix it. Fix it.
Right.
See, everything could be down, but you can't be down.
Right.
You just got to keep on adjusting. You just got to keep on betting. But you're playing under par.
Right.
This is a war. You got to make a decision to become a team player.
Right.
So when I wake up, within that half an hour, I'm thinking about team. I'm thinking about strategy, because you can't do this alone. You're not that talented to do this alone. You need to go after it for yourself, but you need to use resources. You need to build a team, and then you also need to use your surroundings, your environment, to help you, build your business. Does it make sense? Okay. And so I'm thinking about who can I use for this situation, and I use a lot of people. It's called strategy, right or wrong. You just don't use people where you're abusing them. Does it make sense? If I use you, that means we're both going to make big money together. Does it make sense? I'm using you to help our businesses go to the next level. So you have to be thinking about that. So if I'm Cordell, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm thinking, all right, so we need to do this, we need to do that. All right, like I used to use Harvey. I used to be like, if I had a guest that came down to the meeting, I would put them in front of Harvey. Do you remember that? So I made way more money than he did then, but he had this way of just talking to them. And and he liked field training, right? Like who like field training?
Right.
Some of you guys you okay with it? Fine, raise your hand. You like field training? If you're licensed, leave the building if you don't like field training. I'm not kidding. Okay? You're so broke that you don't realize what money is. Are you out your mind? Do you know your time worth? You're gonna go work for someone else and make $10, $15, $20 an hour, and you got a license and you can go field train and make 3 or 4 or 5. What's your name, young lady? Orange.
Kalisha.
What's your name?
Kalisha.
Khadijah?
Kalisha with a K.
Kalisha.
Kalisha.
What's the most you ever made in an hour?
With Primerica?
Before Primerica? Huh?
Maybe $13.
13. She's sitting there. She looks like she makes, $1,000 an hour. She's an agent with Primerica. So clear this shit up. Let's clear it up right now. Let's make this very clear what it is, okay? You're gonna go work for someone else to make $13 an hour. And you can't get them comfortable enough to go on a freaking appointment where you can make $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 or $7 or $800 in the same freaking hour. I don't care if you like it or not. I like it. Who likes field training? I'm getting in the damn field. Broke people are thinking about, I'm nervous. Who is not nervous? When you're doing something different, it's not supposed to be easy, right? It's supposed to be hard. When you want to reinvent your life, and you need to constantly reinvent your life, the minute you stop liking what's going on, and you start getting irritated, or you start getting annoyed, you don't have to put up with it.
Right.
You don't have to put up with it.
Right.
You make a decision. First, it comes with the decision. I'm going to make a decision to change this shit. I'm turning it around. I'm done. I'm done. Years now, I don't put up with crap. If I don't like something, I adjust it. I start making changes. I don't care what anybody else think. I don't care what anybody else have to say. I'm making adjustments. I need to get better. I need to be happy. You need to be happy, right? Forget about it. I love to make you happy, but I got to make what?
Me happy.
Me happy. And I start reinventing crap around me. I start reinventing the people around me. I start looking at all the areas.
Right.
I go, all right, so I need to do this. I need to do that. Like I was living, I was making 50 grand, 60 grand a month. And I bought a house on Snyder and 38. Okay, nice house. Who's been to the house? All right, I mean, gorgeous. It's hooked up with artwork, gorgeous furniture. It looked real nice big yard. We had parties there and all that cool stuff. I mean, it was a step up. But not for me. And I was living there, and I was just, and I was going through these moments. You didn't know this, okay? And it's not even a business. But I'm just giving you an idea because you'll go through this all your life. It's not about what anybody else wants, it's about what you want.
Right.
And you're gonna have to push everyone aside or push everything aside to make you happy.
Right.
Does it make sense? And most of the times it's because you're not doing what you need to do. That's why you're not happy, by the way.
Right.
That you're looking in the mirror and you're going, stop playing around. Shake out of it already. Time to get after it. This, you've sat on the sideline for too long. I'm talking to the leaders, okay? All right, you people go, what? But this is the environment you're in. You're in an environment where someone that makes way more than you do wants you to make way more.
Let's go.
Like it or not, that's the environment you're in, okay? You could be in an environment where I want you to make less, so I make more. That's your boss. As much as you like that company, I like my company. I'm happy there. You better read between the lines.
Right.
There's no hope there for you.
Right.
I have no love. I sat with a guy yesterday. He's a police officer. He's 17 years. He's getting out. He can't wait to leave. He's coming to work with me. He says, I'm tired of this shit. They just use me and 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 use me. You get a little tiny little pension. And I make that every 2 days. We're sitting on my deck. I got outdoor furniture. For you guys that are coming on the 7th, I got new outdoor furniture.
Let's go.
So it's like lights outside and cushions and all that crap. Like it's like a little like if you go like a Sunday brunch like in Miami or something like that, poolside. It's just in a pool. You gotta figure that one out yet.
Right.
It's the next penthouse. And we're sitting there, and I'm talking to this guy about his dreams, and I says, most people are gonna stop. Like if you made $6 grand a month, a lot of us in this room would stop. We would stop. We would freeze. Okay. Matter of fact, you froze at your job. That stinking thinking got in there where you don't think you deserve more. If you're living in the same house and the same lifestyle for over 2 years, you're stuck. Chances are you're happy. I hated. Anyone hate is a pretty strong word, right or wrong? I hated my lifestyle. I hated from the second I walked into the house, walking up the freaking creaky steps. I lived on the 3rd floor in a Jewish-owned property. This is when I had started in Primerica. I walked up the damn, I could take the banister. It was cobweb and dust because people in buildings. I'm walking up that thing, and I walk into the apartment, old door with this kind of lock and that kind of lock. Bullshit. I open the thing, and the linoleum's on the floor. It's all cracked up on the corners. There's dust in it. Walk to the living room. There's 2 leather sofas. There's the leg on this leather sofa is all ripped up. Do you get rid of it?
No.
You get rid of it. There's no sofa, so you don't get rid of it. You go to the kitchen, the cabinets. One cabinet don't have a cabinet door. The other cabinet don't close. The fridge got Velcro tape on it to hold the fridge closed. The sink is all broken up. I hated that shit. Like, to the point where I didn't want to go home. But you have to develop that. Does it make sense?
Yep.
How to do the business, you got more skilled people in here. How to do a sale, how to, do insurance, how to do, retirement plan, how to do all, you got more skilled people here. Overskilled, in my opinion. Overskilled and underworked. Bunch of talent. Playing way under par. If you're not going towards your regional vice president contract every single day, I'm talking about running.
Right.
There's a difference between RVP and you're running to go to RVP.
Right.
RVP is $100,000 a year to start, but it's not the RVP contract. It's what you can build with the RVP contract.
Right.
See, my RVP contract is cool, but my RVP contract is different than Hobby's RVP contract. His is like a little baby. I mean, it'll get big like this eventually, okay? But damn it, 85% of my income I make from this room. 85% of my income I make from this room. I don't know where Cordell lives. I don't know where Harvey lives. I've been to Joey house one time. I don't know where Sheldon lives. I don't know where nobody knows where Marlon lives. I don't know where Sheena lives. I don't know where Uncle Ned lives. I've been to Oval House one time. Are you getting this?
Right.
This will get that big.
Right.
But first, you got to get in the game.
Right.
First, you got to get, and you got to get in with a passion and a purpose.
Right.
You just can't get in and go, oh, I'm going after it today. You got to get in more of a strategic boss.
Right.
Where I'm going to regional vice president, all right? I'm going to cut out all the stupidness.
That's right.
I cut back on everything.
That's right.
I'm drastic, okay? But I hated my life that bad. I hated that my mom was working for someone. My mom's been retired almost 18 years now, 17 years, 18 years. My mom's, who knows my mom? Who knows my mom? She's the most rude, obnoxious, 90% of the stuff that comes out of her mouth shouldn't be said. I had a friend that came from Trinidad the other day. His wife left him. And my mom goes, what happened? Why she left you? You're not giving her the thing no more? The guy's like in turmoil, he's dying. His wife left him and she got sick. This is about, your mom is your mom, this is mine. But she's free. She gets him to go when she wants to go. She thinks Uber is free. She doesn't know it costs money. She's like, send me a taxi here, send me a taxi here. She thinks all my assistants are her assistants. Are you gonna come here with me? Come here with me. Are you gonna come to this lifestyle with me?
Yeah.
Some of you guys have the potential to come to this lifestyle with me. Don't let me keep growing and you don't grow.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you guys know me 10 years, 12 years. Where's Joe at?
Joey.
Where's Joe? He's right. I mean, you know me, Joe. Always trying to make ends meet. Uncle Ed, you knew me when if you didn't chip in for the rent, I was knocking on your door. Some of you guys, they give me their rent checks, for their offices and stuff like that. And 20 days later, I don't cash it and it drives them nuts. There was a time where the minute the check got in my hand, I was just going with the bank. It was like giving me like a relay. Come with me. I'm serious, come with me. Let's do something amazing with our life. You gotta get teamwork going on. Okay? So that's the second thing I look for. You can't do this thing alone. You can't do teamwork alone. Like who works out?
Me.
Stand up. If you went to the gym at least 5 times in a row by yourself. You don't have a partner, though. Who usually has a partner when they go to the gym? Okay? For most people, they will not go to the gym by themselves.
Yeah, it's not.
Sit down. You guys don't need to go to the gym. I'm fat to be on my head. It's like these are big and mold that fat. You'll never, in most cases, do what you need to do by yourself. From prospecting, you need someone with you.
Right.
You can't do it alone. I
Right.
mean, you can try to do it alone. Some of you guys do it alone quite often. It's better when there's someone with you. That's a joke. All right. You guys get that on the way home. All right. That's a challenge. I hit home. All right. It's better, right, Sheldon? Stop doing it alone. Find someone to roll with.
Right.
Find someone to get you uncomfortable. I do CrossFit now, and I can honestly say I do it now. I was trying it at the beginning. Okay, I've worked out a lot of times in my life. I did mixed martial arts. I did all kind of crazy crap. I've never worked out anywhere near close to as hard as I work out at CrossFit. And I stopped 10 times. I quit 10 times earlier, less than what the trainer pushes me. 10 times. So when I quit mentally, I quit in my head. This is a mental game, right? That trainer pushes me 10 times more than that. So if it wasn't for that trainer, Cordell, for you guys that are not willing to be coached,
That's right.
or get coachable, you're gonna think you've made it when you're capable of doing what? This.
Let's go.
So we do, they have these things called reps, as many reps as you can, and they have this thing about working out without stopping, okay? So there's, anyone ever did that row machine?
Yeah.
That's one of the big things, so you're under and you're rolling back and forth. So, did this workout the other day. Well, it started off real calm, okay? It started off where, what they believe is your first wind. They believe in your first wind, okay? Wind is where you work out so hard, you push so hard that you're. Anyone who worked out? When was the last time? You know what I'm talking about, right? So that's what they believe you should get your first wind out in about the first 3, maybe 4 minutes, okay? And they have a bike called the Bike from Hell, and it's a bike you get on. that, you know, you literally, you know, pedal as fast and it's got resistance, all that cool shit. But, and literally in 3 minutes, you're, you know, like, and they say you're supposed to get your first win, okay? Similar, you know, Navy SEALs type training. I mean, another thing to do for first win is, you know, anyone know what a burpee is?
Yeah.
Where you just drop down and come back up, you know. Most important, it's amazing, life and burpees is the same thing. You know, cross training. It's not about going down, it's about what? Getting back up. Whatever it takes to get back up. Burpees usually start out real pretty. Like it starts out where you drop, you come back up, but you do enough of them, you start coming up like this. And you're supposed to jump when you get to the top.
Yeah.
You're like, that's your jump, okay? And the goal is to do that to you until you break that first win. I went running the other day. I ran from my house in Williamsburg to where we have breakfast in Court Street, okay? I ran to Court Street. The first 20 minutes, the first 2 miles, okay, it was like 5 miles. The first 2 miles was all mental. The first 2 miles, I was talking myself out of it the entire time. Oh, dude, you know what I'm talking about, right? And that's what you go through in Primerica too. That's what you go through in life too, okay?
Wow.
That first 2 minutes, that first 5, 6, or 10 people you prospect, okay? You're having all these extra shit going around in your head. You know what I'm talking about, right? Extra doubt, and extra, you know, thinking about it, extra, what if it don't work, and all these different things, okay? So you start out the training where you do that, so you get that out of the way, okay? And you learn that there's no giving up in CrossFit. There's no, well, I'm tired, so I want to stop. When you're working out by yourself, Harvey, when you're tired, what do?
Stop.
You stop. In CrossFit, well, I have a personal trainer, it's $100 an hour. Yeah, $300, yeah, it's ridiculous, okay? So you better be getting something out of it, right? You know, there's no stopping, there's no quitting. Even if you want to quit, you still got to finish your set. Well, you know, I'm dropping it on myself, you're still going to finish your set. Well, I can't pick it up no more, I can't stand up, you're still going to finish your set. When you have that thing in your head that you have to finish your set no matter what, you just go get it done because you're going to have to do it anyway, Cornell.
Right.
There was a point in my career, a point in my life where I went, you know what? I'm going to have to win, so I better stop pushing shit off. I'm not quitting.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere. I might as well get it done properly. I might as well go after it. I mean, all this walking around and taking pictures on Facebook and, you know, all this, you know, making people think I have a better life than I really have. That's what people do all day long.
Right.
Why do you think they take pictures of food and shit? Because they want people to know what they're going through. That they, you know, they got it good at the club. You know, no. You could fool everybody else, but you ain't fooling me.
Right.
Unless you're financially independent, you got 10 or 12 RVPs, you ain't there yet. Your income ain't 300 grand. Whether you wake up or not, you still make 300 grand every year. Don't tell me things are going good. I'm not buying that crap. You can sit in front of any nice plate of food you want to take a picture of it. I ain't buying that shit. Don't buy it either. Don't get caught up with the hype.
Right.
I am 100% believe some of the players in this room, and we're talking about going to the next level, right? Who's serious about it, right? Woo! Take a look in your life right now and figure out why are you feeling satisfied. Take a look in your life right now and figure out why are you so happy. I'm not saying be depressed. Figure out what's giving you a win and get rid of that shit. Because it ain't a real win. It might be TV. TV, it feels like a real win. You watch a TV show, you ever see people react on Facebook from a TV show and stuff like that? Or like music awards or anything like that? Those are all broke people. Okay? You know, unless you're a billionaire and that's what you do for a living, you're TMZ or some shit like that, you know, You ain't supposed to be reacting all day long to crap with, someone else's life. Does it make sense?
Right.
Everybody paying attention, right?
Right.
I'm giving you stuff that I know that works. Something. If you're into sports, who likes watching sports? Stop. 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 Because that's making you feel good, so you don't really need to go win. You don't need to get uncomfortable. Like some of you guys shop. Women do this a lot. They'll go shopping. It gives you that good feeling. So you're not working on becoming financial in the real win. Facebook, where you get all these likes and all this shit. You're not fooling me. Everyone likes when somebody likes what they like, what they put. Everybody does, okay? But if that's giving you a thrill, then you don't need to get the real thrill. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you've got to be really careful if there's something that's giving you satisfaction that's truly not, real satisfaction. Does it make sense? If you're, I want to use relationship, but I want to use hooking up. Okay, this is real talk. I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Right.
But sometimes that makes you feel like you won. Like I honestly believe some of the players, the guys, I'm not gonna mess with the ladies, okay? When I see your numbers, and I'm not here for for you to like me, okay? When I see your numbers, like on a weekend or something like that, I go, son of a bitch. Excuse my language. Can I just say it at the end? Excuse my language. His ass was hanging out at his little girlfriend's house this weekend. He was not in the field.
Right.
Right.
He acted like he made it, and he hasn't made it. You ever see these guys in the club?
Right.
I remember Francois had this buddy of his. He used to be party promoter. He's not gonna make any real money. And I went to the club with him, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, what the hell? We should buy like a $40 bottle of like Corel or whatever the champagne is, which is not a real bottle of champagne, okay? And he's, fronting like he's got a bottle of champagne. That's why you can't hang around broke people. Just not doing dumb shit like that. He's walking around and, gotta be normal with you guys. I'm a normal guy, okay? I just happen to, luck out in Primerica, okay?
Right.
But I'll still always be the same me, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this unfold. And these little young chicks, they're falling for it, but anybody know anybody anything, it's like, what are you doing? And so, I'm looking at this going, what the hell am I doing here?
Right.
And so he drank out about this much, and then at the corner of my eye I looked over, and he's got the juice bottle, the champagne bottle, and he oh, son of a- It's not real. If you're not accumulating wealth, it's not real.
Yeah.
Even if you made 10 grand last month, but you didn't save any. Some of you guys don't have a business yet that allows you to save. You need to build a business big enough that allows you to accumulate wealth.
Right.
And until you have a business big enough where it allows you to accumulate wealth, you can't stop. Fragile. Who's ever heard of fragile? Fragile, like I had, some of you guys know I'm an artist. I had 4 pieces of my art in a high-end furniture store for about 6 months. It's next to they stage these furniture stores. They have like $50,000 Versace sofas and crap like that. So my artwork is all next to it. So they had it there for about 6 months and it didn't sell. So I got it back, and you have to hire like an insurance company and a delivery company, so it's like $700 just to move it from the city. I could send one of my assistants over with the truck and they can pick it up, but you can't do that. You gotta go down a separate elevator, all that bullshit. And it came back and they had it all wrapped up, you know, perfectly wrapped up. And on the painting it said what? Fragile. Because anything could what? Mess it up.
Right.
Anything could get it to break. All right, and that's the challenge. Your business is fragile right now. Your life is fragile right now. You're on, you know, it's too close to too easy. Right? Everyone say I'm getting that right? This is not the time to take your foot off the gas. This is not the time for you to have all these other strategies and all these different, you know, things to be thinking about. This is the time to build some foundation. In CrossFit, they believe in core. All right? They believe in first you got to build that core first. Once you build that core, then everything else, you know, grows with it. Does it make sense? Once you're able to stand up, you know, and not, you know, get moved so easy, somebody just push you easy and you just like flop all over the place, okay? The reason they believe in going, I was talking about that before, going down to the floor and burpees and coming back up. The military, the Navy SEALs, life. It's not about falling, it's about what? Getting back up. I mean, a warm-up for them, Joe, is 20 burpees, which is you drop to the floor, you go back up, and 20 squats. You just drop down, 5 sets of those. And then a 1 mile run, that's the warm-up. Not 20 each and then a 1 mile, 5 sets of 20, Cordell. They train you to fall and get back up. They train you to build always what? Get back up. Always what? Get back up. We're at war. We're at a war where it can make you financially independent. We're at a war where every single person in this room can become wealthy. I mean, where in the world could you go? What's your name, young lady? Been smiling the whole time.
Go Priasha.
Go.
Go Priasha.
Go Priasha. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, where in the world can we go and make $500 in an hour? Let's be frank.
That's right.
$500 an hour. You go do one little transaction and make $500.
Right.
Some of you guys suck. You suck.
Right.
Your closing skills suck.
Right.
Did you take 2 hours yesterday to get better at it?
Let's go.
Probably not. But you're going to need to start if you want to get good.
Right.
There's a ton load of crap. Well, my upline don't teach me anything. You're a dead duck. Because you're going to have to learn it yourself. I mean, you got an upline that teaches you everything. He probably is, you know, the freest person on the planet. He's probably not doing really well. Because if your upline is really doing well, they're going to be busy. They're movers and shakers, right? You're going to have to get on POL. You got to heck on the mark CD. You're going to do something, but I'm going to put 2 hours in. What's your name? Suzanne. I'm going to put an hour in. I'm going to put 2 hours in. If I can make, you know, $500, $600, $700, if you're licensed and you made money helping one client, stand up. So when I get to you, tell me the most you ever made sitting with one client or sitting in one house. All right, and the average transaction takes about an hour. Okay, so when I get to you, just grab a seat. If you made 200 or less, sit in one client, grab a seat. If you made 300, 400, 500. She made 500, $13 an hour to 500.
Okay, Clay.
Someone made a boatload of money off of her. So what? She looks like she makes money. Let's manipulate the shit. That's what employers do. Just so you know. You think your boss loves you? Your company loves you? Try not making them any money and see what happens.
Let's
You
go.
keep going, right? 600, 700, 800, 900,
Let's go, Wayne.
1,000, $1,500.
No split.
2,000.
Word.
I like the idea, you know. And you pay what, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
No split.
That's the beauty of a buddy of mine's last month. He made 85. He made 95,000 a month before. Lester Jones. 95 grand. He had a friend of his that he was doing investments for that sold his company. And when, you know what, screw that. I'm not opening no more companies. I'm just going to invest that money and live off of it. Here, Lester, invest it for me.
Wow.
Hey, 95 grand. He jumped 2 diamonds. He went from 3rd diamond to 5th diamond in 2 months. And you don't want to get good? You think I'm a pain in the ass because I'm on top of you and I annoy you?
Right.
Your bank account should annoy you.
Right.
I get under your skin. This thing, I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of money you can make, and you don't even have to be that good. I think I'm good, but I don't think I'm that good. I think I'm okay at Primerica. You know how I know I'm not that good? Because most of the time I talk, people only listen to me. You worried about people don't listen to you. I made 50,000 already for the month, and people still don't listen to me. And guess what I do? I still keep talking. Hopefully one person listens.
That's right.
You know what the hell you talking about? I was on vacation and I was mad. I was mad at a district. No, I was a district. I got into some argument with a district or something like that. I was mad at the district, Odell. Okay, I was really mad at the district, and I had to get my thoughts together. And go, hold on a second. Hold on a second. My bonus had just hit.
Right.
And it was 36,000. My bonus was more than what this bastard makes a year. With Primerica and his job. All right, let me get over this.
Right.
Does it make sense, right? You're in a business that allows you to grow. I mean, the whole purpose of this meeting is for you to sit there and go, oh my God. If this guy could do it, I could do it.
Right, right.
That's what you need to do. All I gotta do is just get better. All I gotta do is get a little more intense. All I gotta do is get a little more serious. All I gotta do is wake up Walter, right? Walter, stand up for a second, Walter.
Oh, Walter.
Who came here with Walter? Stand up if you came here with Walter. Five you guys?
Set 8.
8.
2 in the bathroom. 2 in the bathroom. That's
2 in the back, okay.
I hope it's 2 different bathrooms.
No training.
We're in Brooklyn, man. We do all kind of unisex bathrooms and stuff. Walter, wait, you from Maryland?
Yeah.
He's from Maryland.
College
He's a
Park.
regional vice president, okay? Do you have any vice presidents?
3.
He has 3 vice, so he's a senior vice president, okay? And drove all the way from Maryland to come to Saturday morning training at 9 a.m. To listen to me.
Yeah.
Come up for a minute, Walter. Tell us.
Go,
Tell us something about yourself. Where you from?
Uh-oh.
I came to America because, Eric William went to Harvard, Prime Minister at that time. So I came for an education. That's what I came for. And I became a licensed accountant. And I did that for a while. But one of the things I always remember, because I'm married, I have 4 kids, right? But one thing to always remember that my dad told me like this, that you gotta take care of kids.
Right.
Right? I had the first child before I was married, but I got married to the same person. I have all my kids with them.
Right.
And the job was not affording me the opportunity. That's as simple as that. You know. And just to say what I've gotten from Primerica. Okay. My first boy, if you look up on the Maryland sheets, he's a top recruiter, always 1, 2, or 3. Darren Charles is his name. Woo! Right. If you look at his number, I think last month he did 51 recruits, but the one before that like 7 something. Yeah. That's my son. My second child is a girl. She actually ran in the Olympics in 2012. She's graduating from a master's at UCF, but is also licensed in Primerica.
Let's go.
My third boy, I have to work on him a little. He likes the weed.
Got you.
Listen to my son.
Let's go, Hog.
I have to work at him. But he joined Primerica field-wise. But he loves basketball. So he just came from Canada. He just crammed a 4-year degree into 5.5, but he hasn't finished it. He's on track. But the last girl, right? She was a freshman at the University of Maryland last year. She plays basketball, right? Her number was number 3 last year. Kyla Charles is her name. But this year she would get back to number 5, which is KC5. Right? Started every game freshman. But when I heard you talk about the trainer for $100 an hour, I pay a guy $100 an hour to train her. I just wrote a check for 10 grand because she's going to Taipei with the University of Maryland, representing the red, white, and blue America in the World University Games in Taipei, which is in China. China. So we are going over. So I don't know what you all want in Primerica, but when I came, I just was to make a little extra income and retire with someone. But I realized that now it has done a lot more for me. I was a licensed CPA. When I walked away from that, I was at 75,000. Yeah, it sounded like a lot, but I had 5 other guys that joined me: Chris, Colin Forrester, Hannibal Bromsky, Ed Danzo, went Lester Witherspoon, and I was the other guy. I can't remember his name. 5 CPA guys that joined me and all got licensed, and they all quit because of the 2-letter word no. When you're a CPA, you're prideful. You walk a jet. And you have no money in your pocket. Does that make sense? Some of the things he's talking about, I can identify with it, right? And they all quit. But you know what? They're all divorced now. They're all frustrated. You know how old I am, Chris? How old do you all think I am? How much? 25, I like you. Switch that around and add 500. Yeah. With the CNBC. You know what I'm saying? I took like a 2.5 year, not really break, I come to my up meeting, but I was calling my daughter, the basketball player. We went all over the country. She was a McDonald's All-American.
Wow.
She was a Michael Jordan. She beat Michael Jordan Classic. I was just traveling with her. But now she's off to college. I say, okay, let me go back and do some work again. And I have Miss Alice here, who just went full time 2 weeks ago. Miss Alice. I have Jenny and her husband. Jenny's a unique story, Chris. She in 2013 she went to the convention pregnant. 8.5, 9 months. That's why she was.
Oh, wow.
Jenny go to the Spanish American, the Hispanic business. She went everything. Then she sort of disappeared, but I kept calling her. In 2015, she went back. I said, Jenny, you cannot ride on the bus with your child. Okay, she took her child to Atlanta from Maryland. She and her child alone and drove. Right? And then in 2017, she said, this is foolishness. She went full time and became a vision leader in the first month she went.
That's
Let's go, Jenny.
And I have Lamar and some other district leaders out there, who all working together. But what I'm saying is this: you can get anything you want. And I met Chris at the African American conference, right? And I just love his lifestyle. So that's what I'm looking for right now, to get his lifestyle. You know, and so I think you guys should take advantage of the leadership that you get in here, because there's
Right.
a lot of people trying to seek this guy out. That's why I came here. I say, Chris, can I just come to your office and look around? He said, better yet, I have a trade. I said, we'll be there for 9. It was raining all the way, but I knew my team is going to get something from this.
Right.
And I think we got something great from this.
Very nice.
So I thank you guys for your time, and Chris, I really thank you.
At the end of every training, at the end of everything you learn, there comes a time for what? Action.
Action,
Okay?
right.
Too many people learn crap and don't do nothing. Okay?
Right.
Right.
All right, that was just a waste of time. So you want to learn and what? Do. It's always learn and do. Not just learn or not just do. Okay? You need to what? Learn and do. Okay? So you need to go book some appointments. Like when this meeting's over, about over in a few minutes,
Right.
get your phone out, get your referrals out, and start booking appointments. Make a decision to work as hard as you need to work until you change your life. Get it done. Figure out who you need to be close to. Figure out which leader you need to be close to, which leader you need to spend time with. You guys that are in the business, you're seasoned, spend time with people, you know, that are going in the right direction. Stop spending time with people that, you know, are just fooling around with the opportunity. I mean, the opportunity allows you to just hang out. But you don't have to be one of the hangout guys.
Right.
You can be one of the guys that's really focused. We got a huge event on the 17th, okay? Don't be when we throw this penthouse party that, you know, you guys ain't there. You need 5. Okay, your RVP is paying for this, okay? So spend their money.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't let them know they're paying until now. Sheldon's like, I knew it was coming. Ain't nothing free. Okay, you want it free, go to a different career.
Right.
5 IBAs. Everybody got that?
Right.
2 must be what? Personal. By the 17th. So around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it has to be on the computer. Okay? Let's push for that. Who's close? Woo! Only licensed? Yeah. You have to be licensed. If you're not licensed, go get your license. Okay? All right. I know you just started, but trust me, I'm from Trinidad. We have parties all the time. You need to go to the convention. Just sign up, go to the convention. It's the most powerful event you'll ever go to in your life.
Right.
It's like a rock concert that's teaching you how to become wealthy.
Right.
I'm a little guy in a convention. There's guys there that make 100 and 200 and 300 grand a month.
Right.
It's going to be teaching you how to become financial independent. Everybody's going to the convention. I personally wouldn't work with anyone that's not going to the convention. You know, they're brand new, but just explain it to them and let them know they have to get there. It's a stretch. I was in the business about 3 weeks when I went to the convention. I went to the convention my first time. I wasn't even licensed. Okay, I just got on a 14-seater van, and we drove from New York to Atlanta. They had it in Atlanta. 18 hours later, we got to Atlanta. Okay. And I think I stayed in someone else's room. I don't remember what happened because you forget about all that crap, right? You know, I had I think $90 to last me the whole week to eat. I made it happen, okay? And you know, our lives changed because of that convention. Okay, so you need to figure out whatever you need to do to get there. Everybody's going, so you got to come to, you know, you know, we roll together as a team, guys. Okay? And I don't know, 21 years being in Primerica. I don't have anyone outside of Primerica that helps me hit my goals. I don't have anyone outside of Primerica that I roll with. I don't have like friends that I hang out with that they do cool stuff. Most of the people outside of Primerica are broke, money and mentally. Okay, you know, and I just, not that I'm better than anyone. I just don't like hanging around people that ain't going nowhere. I'm not. You know, I got more fish to fry if you want to call it. I'm a busy guy. I want to enjoy my life. There's no way I'm hanging around you and you ain't going nowhere. We're not going to no parties. We're not going to hang out. We're not going to no baby showers. I dip in, dip out of stuff. You know, I just don't. You know, I mean, what would it take? I didn't even touch on. You know, What would it take if you could travel every single month?
Right.
I mean, what would life be like? Literally, you get up and go last month I screwed up. I traveled 3 times a month. But for the last 8 years, 9 years, every single month I disappear for a week. And business still keeps going. Business still keeps growing. That's you.
Right.
That's where you're headed. Crap like that. So, thank you guys. Appreciate your time.